Episode 25 of The Beardcaster. My name is Scott Sakura, and I am The Beardcaster. I want to welcome you all to a podcast all about beards and mustaches and the people who live in the community. These are the stories, and the adventures of the people who grow them and embrace them. So join me as I share the stories from the people who are experiencing these things and hear how they are using their facial hair to be awesome and to do great and fun things. Once again, like I said, my name is Scott Sakura. I am the Beardcaster, and welcome to 2017. I want to thank everyone for returning back after the little Christmas and holiday hiatus. Please, by all means, go to www.thebeardcaster.com to find out more information about who I am, more about the podcast, and to connect with me via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and all the other assorted mumbo jumbo that you do when you do online stuff. But, you know, there's so many things, and all I really want to do is talk to you all and give you a podcast and not have to worry about all that stuff. But unfortunately, in the world we live in now, if I want to get it out to anyone, I have to really be involved in the community. So I am involved in the community, but what I mean is the online social media community. So, but I digress. So if you want to email me, you can. If you want to get directly to me, email me at scott@thebeardcaster.com. Like I said, I will thank you for coming back after this little winter break here. You know, I needed to take a little time to recharge my batteries. I needed to take a little time to spend with family. And I really needed to take some time to kind of reflect upon my first year of the podcast and think about new things to do, new directions to go, new people to talk to, and just kind of plan out things. And that's actually what I've really been doing a lot over the past few weeks, is I've been compiling list upon list upon list of different show ideas. So, I mean, I'm almost set for the whole entire year, which is pretty exciting. And I would love to do once a week, but I just really can't. I don't have the time to commit to it, at least right now. I'm never going to say never. Who knows, maybe halfway through this year, I might be able to go to once a week and somehow figure it out. But until that point, I'm not really worried about it, but I want to be planned out for the year for everyone. So part of going into 2017 was to sit down with a group of different guys who have mustaches, beards, and talk to them and see what they're expecting for 2017, what competitions they're excited about, what products they're using, what style they're wearing, and so on and so forth. So I sat down with Jessie, Eric, and Jason the other day at a meeting, and I apologize for the loudness around the background, but once again, it's all about the ambiance, and it's about the places that we go and hang out and socialize, and it's part of being in a social club. So I want to have you check this episode out, where we talk about different things to expect for 2017, and I guess that's about it. So please check this out and catch me at the back end. All right, and action. There we go. Now everyone's on. Okay, Jessie.
Hello.
Okay, Eric.
Hello.
Jason.
Hello.
Oh my God, blow my eardrums out.
Turn me down.
No, you know, you were like eating the microphone. Thank you. Free beer. And it doesn't have lipstick.
There was no lipstick on the first one either.
Oh, there was.
He just made that up to get a free beer.
Just took the glass. Damn it. It does work, though.
I'll keep that in mind next time.
Yeah. This is the most horribly loud place I've ever recorded one of these.
Yeah, I would imagine so.
Yeah, it is bad. So I'll be adjusting as we go along to make sure that everyone, make sure they get the microphone as close as they can to their mouth. But, all right, so this is the first episode of 2017, and I decided that I wanted to sit down with a couple of guys from my beard club. Why don't you introduce yourself with number one here is...
Jessie Chapple.
Eric Zatchock. Jason Yarina.
Okay, now in this mix we have two mustache guys, a full beard guy and a partial beard guy. So I figured that was a good mix to have to discuss things that are going to be happening in 2017 and the drunken guys that are at the bar with us. Lord.
That'd be Rocky.
Yeah, they're rocking over there. Okay, so one thing we can predict for 2017 is everyone's going to be rocking out. But what I really wanted to talk about was Brian Karn coming in from behind for hugs. There's probably going to be a lot of interruptions on this episode, but everyone's going to be coming in. But what I wanted to talk about was everyone's expectations, personal goals for 2017 in the bearding and mustaching world, and what their plans were for the year of either competing or whatever they do on the side. So anyone can start off here. Are you all right, Jason?
I'm just listening.
You're just listening? All right.
I'm probably the most deaf out of the group, so I got to lean in a little close to you, big guy.
I should have given. If I would have had more headphones, I would have given you a pair. I'm like super loud in my own head right now.
It's just years of working in concerts.
So I said I've been wearing earplugs. I've been playing my drums again, and it's like every time I get done, I'm like I can't hear anything. So like especially when you get out and do a loud bar like this, it's like even harder to hear anything.
Yeah.
It's just all it is like
between this and probably about 13 years of sound checks, the hearing is gone. So I'm going to be leaning in.
What was the last big show you worked?
Oh, goodness. Now, big and irrelevant term is we did a really big death metal grindcore with Whitechapel and Suicide Silence at the Agora.
Oh, that's a good show.
Amazing show. I actually stuck around. That means it was a good show. If you see shows all year round and you stick around the whole day, it's a good show.
Was that like one of those 65 band bills?
I think it was about 7 or 8. But then when you got a lot of good headliners and you got Suicide Silence topping it off, you definitely stick around. You just heard for it the next couple days.
Were there a lot of good beards at that band show?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So that's another, speaking of a trend, I always notice the more shows I've been going to lately, there are definitely a lot more guys who are the bigger burly guys with the big beards and stuff like that.
It's becoming a lot more synonymous, especially full beard and goatee, definitely. And then you got a few of us suckers on stage with mustaches, but we try to fit in the best we can.
Very good. All right, Eric, how about you? What's going on with you for this year? What do we have to look forward to with Eric Zatchock?
This year, Beards of the Old Northwest is planning their next big competition called Beards Behind Bars, and that's going to be held at the Ohio State Penitentiary in Mansfield, Ohio.
All right, just to clarify it, it's not behind like a bar that serves alcohol.
Right. It's actually behind a jail cell.
Now, this is the same jail that was featured in the movie Shawshank Redemption, correct?
Yes, that's correct, yeah. It's also haunted from what I've heard as well.
My.
I know.
I've heard a lot. Actually, I mostly listen to a lot of like paranormal podcasts, and they've always talk about that place and how it's like one of the number one haunted places in the country.
Yeah.
Actually, if I could cut in, I actually went there and stayed overnight 2 different times. You do hear a lot of things, and there's a lot of activity.
Did you get touched?
No, I did not.
Oh.
No. Your senses are up, so you're going to hear a lot more things, but it's a good night. They lock you in there from 9 o'clock to about 6 in the morning. It's a fun time and something to definitely check out.
Do you sleep?
No, absolutely not. You're walking around so much, you're just try to take in as much as you can.
Wow.
And not die.
Yeah. Okay, Jesse, how about you? What do you got? Well, we'll just start it off by you're newly added into the mustache.
Very newly added, probably about 2 months ago.
2 months. And I was really quite surprised when I went online and I saw you shaved.
It was different.
Yes, like how different?
Well, I mean, I had a beard for 3.5 years, and then to have nothing on my face, the first cold wind was a shock.
Yeah, I can imagine. That's what I always remember about the first time you shave. It's like ice cold.
Oh, it was brutal.
Hey, Jason, have you ever had like a full beard?
I did. I grew during like a whole typical trendy no-shave November. I said, you know what, I'd give it a try. Never really had any facial hair, so I did it for a couple months, and it just got real itchy. It wasn't exactly for me, so I was like, you know what, let me try a nice handlebar mustache. So I tried that, and it just stuck, and that's where I'm at right now.
Nice hand. It is you have one of the best handlebar mustaches in town. And in fact, I just saw that you finished your trophy area in your house, and you had quite a few nice first place trophies in there.
Yeah, the first year I did 11 competitions, thanks to Rocky and Rachel Beards of the Old Northwest. Out of 11 competitions, I had 9 first places and 2 second places.
And so this was your first year of competing?
First year, yes.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
Jeez. It's nice to have a mustache guy on our team.
Absolutely,
finally.
I know, right? After years and years of a drought of no
I know.
mustaches.
It seems like Cleveland. We have the beards, but the mustaches have just we've really struggled with the mustaches.
Glad to be a part of it.
Yeah.
So Jessie? Why did you decide to go from beard to mustache?
Wanted to change. Said I'd had a beard for 3 years, so I figured time to change it up. I got bored.
Got bored. Now, which do you think is more work?
The mustache, for sure.
So were you expecting there to be more work in the mustache, or you just
Yes.
thought,
Yes and no. I mean, I expected the upkeep to be a little more work. There's a lot more shaving involved, obviously, rocking just a mustache.
Yeah.
That's got to be at least a weekly thing. The styling and getting used to doing the handlebars and the curls was a lot more than I thought it would be.
Yeah, because I've been seeing how like a couple posts that you've made over the past week about not putting enough product in there, and it just kind of falling down during the week.
Yeah, it's a trial and error.
Now, okay, Jason, what kind of tips would you give him to get a...
He's already given me quite a few.
Well, I haven't heard him. No one else has heard him.
That's true. Yeah.
It's been between the two of you. Secrets.
Secrets of the trade.
That's right. Well, we want to share some of the secrets.
I kind of take it as a compliment. I've had a lot of people ask me tips, and pretty much it was trial and error for me. Depending on the length and how you actually contour your mustache, I usually like to use a nice light wax, and I like to bring it into, if anyone's familiar, it'd be an English, which means you pull it down and to the side and outwards.
The straight point.
Correct. And then once you get a nice space in, it gives you time to actually rub a lot of the wax in so you don't get a lot of a buildup. And buildup is one of those bad things that you might have an awesome mustache, it might be styled right, but if you're all cakey, no bueno, it's not going to work for you.
Do you use a warm dryer too to heat it up?
You know what? I'm one of the few people that actually uses a curling iron.
Oh.
So I'll use a nice space wax so you don't fry your hair. And then I'll use a nice curling iron, nice and high and tight to your face so you get that nice uniformity. And then after that, build it up with 2 different waxes, whatever you prefer out there.
Now, speaking of heat, Eric, what kind of heat do you use?
I use a good hairdryer. I've had it for the 5 years that I've competed. But yeah.
The same hairdryer for
same
5
hairdryer
years?
I know. It's lasted this long.
Is it just specifically for your beard?
Yeah.
Wow.
He actually got it gold-plated.
Yeah, it's gold-plated.
Fancy hairdryer for his beard. Jesse, do you plan on competing a lot this year?
I plan on competing more than I did last year.
And how many times was that?
I think twice. Maybe 3 times last year.
Anything? Did you win anything? Place anywhere?
I didn't win. I did pretty well, I think, for where I was. My first competition of last year was the Battle of the Beards, Mad Viking.
All right.
And I think I got 4th behind Guido, Will Poole, and Rocky. So,
all right.
In full beard style stash. So that was
right. Didn't you go to that one?
Which one was that?
Battle of the Beards in Pittsburgh. The Battle of the Beards, the Mad Viking.
Yes. Yes, I was there as well.
Yes, you were.
What'd you get?
I think that was a first place as well.
Oh.
I believe so.
Very cool. Did you go to that one, Eric?
Yeah, I was there. I got second place freestyle.
Hey, cool.
Yeah.
I was not there.
I know. I missed you dearly.
I know. I missed that one. I had too many go on at one time. It's too hard to get to.
It's a busy
them.
summer last year.
Yeah.
There was a lot of competitions going on.
How many competitions did you go to?
Oh, goodness.
Let's count.
I mean, that was what I was going to say, but I would say, no, around 12 to 15 that I went to.
Jeez.
Total. At least once a month.
Now, what was your placement record? How did you do?
A lot of second place trophies last year. I think my first place trophy that I got last year was in Hampton Roads in Virginia.
Were you scared?
Last November, so.
I remember the Riddler. That was nice.
That was the one that was with the...
the costumes.
Yeah. So, that was a good time.
let's see, what else? How many competitions are you planning to this year, Jason? As many as you can.
I usually leave that up to Rocky and Rachel and the club. I'm one of those tag-alongs. I really don't like to do too much solo, but we have such a great group with such support, and everyone wants to go and do. So I usually ride on some coattails, to be honest. The only one that I'm actually setting up right now for myself is I got a sponsor last year, Canadian Redneck, that does amazing waxes. They've helped me out so much that they're helping me get out there. I'm getting out there. March 24th will be the first competition in Ontario.
Ooh, you're going to Canada.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
That's
cool.
Nutfest, right?
Nutfest?
Nutfest, right?
Nutfest.
With a K.
Yes.
Okay. I was just making sure I got that right.
Nutfest is a whole different thing. I will also be attending that one, but we don't need to talk about that.
So now would that be the big competition that you're most looking forward to this year?
I believe so. I've never met my sponsors, and they've been just really awesome with me, really supportive. And
you got one of their nice sweatshirts on.
Sweatshirts, T-shirts, tank tops. If anyone knows me, I always wear a white tank top and suspenders. They actually took a bunch of my tank tops and actually have the logo and everything on it. It's sad product placement, but it's a good time, and it'd be really nice to give something back. So I'll be a stranger in a strange land, and hopefully doing a good thing for charity and having a good time doing so.
Well, I will definitely put links to their company and everything in my show notes and tie everything together. So if someone listening to this wants to know more about that event, know more about them, they can just easily click on the link. Now, Eric, what competition are you most looking forward to this year?
I'm looking forward to going to Worlds in Austin this year. That's Labor Day weekend.
All right, September. Yeah, that is. It seems like there's over. I believe the last count was 4,384 participants for that one.
Yeah, it's going to be crazy. They started registration a year ago for that.
No. It was in the into the hundreds. I did see though for definite sure. Because I checked into that not that long ago, and I was like, I don't know how they're going to be able to facilitate that many competitors.
I don't know. May the force be with them.
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
For sure.
So we'll just say that Worlds is your big one for the year, but locally wise, what other one other than ours? What other one do you look forward to?
Locally, I'd like to go back to Steel City.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, they put on a fantastic competition every year, and it always helps a local canine charity. Hello Bully is one that they always raise money towards, and it's at a casino.
Yeah.
What's not to love?
Losing.
What's that?
Losing.
Well, yeah. That happened to me actually last year.
I think we all lost.
Yeah.
We might have won some cool trophies, but we didn't win
we didn't win any money
in the casino. All right, Jesse, any competitions you are looking forward to this year?
I'd second the Steel City.
Yeah. That's my favorite one too.
It's fun, it's close, it's local, and they're good guys.
Yeah.
And they do an awesome charity, so.
Yeah, the one that I would really love to go to this year, other than Worlds, is definitely down to Richmond, Virginia for the RVA one. I've yet to make it to that one. I love those guys. I love their charity, but who knows? This is a year of uncertainty for me. I got a lot of weird things on the plate, so it should be pretty exciting. Let me see. I had something else. Any topics anyone wants to bring up? Oh, well, I know what we can talk about. Have you seen Star Wars yet?
I have not.
Oh.
We can't talk about it.
So we can't talk about it.
Damn, we can't talk about
I'm sure you can.
Oh,
You're a movie fanatic.
All three of us can talk about Star Wars all day long.
I'll listen.
But we don't want to ruin it for you.
Okay. I'm not much of an avid movie-going, so I don't think I've actually seen a movie in a physical theater in over 6 to 7 years.
67 years?
Wow.
You're freaking old.
Yes, I am very old balls.
Jesus. I'm like, no gray in their mustache. That's pretty good.
I died.
All right, how about this? Products. Let's talk about, Jesse, what kind of products do you use? What brands?
Waffen der Whisker, my sponsor.
Yes.
Firm believer in their Old Northwest blend, beard oil.
That's a good one.
And Love it. Use it everywhere, all over my hair.
You use it everywhere. All
Everywhere.
over your hair.
Everywhere.
So your eyebrows?
Huh?
Your eyebrows?
Always.
That's
Gotta
good.
keep them tame.
I know.
I've got a rogue hair that just, it's like that long.
Do you ever get the one that comes down under your glasses and it's like you're looking up and you can't figure out where
I went to the barber today and the guy tried to cut it. No joke.
Oh.
And I told him he's not allowed because if I didn't have to fix that in the morning, I don't know what I'd do.
Well, that's a mutant hair. That's
Yeah,
what I call it.
You gotta save it.
I have a few. Do you have a mutant hair? Oh, jeez. How about you?
I do.
Yeah, see, everyone has a
I've
mutant
got-
hair.
Eyebrows. I
yeah.
get this really long one.
I see it right here. I can see it.
See? Thank you.
Oh, there it
I
is.
mean, I've
It
got.
usually comes
popping out
in
to
gray
say
and
hello.
angry, too. I
It-
don't know.
That's what it is. Light. It's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Thank you.
Mine's, it's like a red hair. It's like an inch long.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about the eyebrows in a man. It just you get this one. You must be just perfect,
You
Eric.
know what? Now that you mention it, I do have a couple that
Yeah,
go pretty crazy. They're blonde though.
yeah. I asked my doctor about that. I'm like, what's the deal with like why is there like one? He's like, it's a mutant hair follicle.
Yeah.
It just
It
grows
gets
like twice as
swirling.
fast.
It's its own beast.
In fact, I remember when I was in high school, I had one on my shoulder. I had one freaking long hair that was at least 4 inches long, and I just let it go. No wonder I probably did not have any dates when I was in high school.
You might as well just name it.
I know. Well, I'd show it to everyone and be like, "Hey, check this out," and they were like, "That's disgusting." I'm like, "No, it's not. That's science."
That's Mortimer right there.
I
How
know.
dare
Yeah,
you
That's
insult
a badge
him?
of honor. What
I
are
know.
you
I'm like,
talking
"What do you?"
about?
Yeah, you know how long it took me to grow this and not cut it? I mean, geez. Wow. Hey, man, I'm just into weird shit like that. All right?
I don't judge.
No, I know you don't, but I do.
Whatever.
I did last year at one competition. It was a lot of fun. And all right, speaking of that, judging. Well, if you're not going to be doing a lot of competitions this year, you're obviously not going to be judging, Jesse. So,
Unfortunately not. I mean, not yet. No one's asked, but
all right. Eric, do you have anything on the table for possible judging for this year?
Not at the moment. I'll probably end up emceeing at our competition
All right.
in July. Yeah, July 1st. But yeah, nothing judging on the table yet, at least.
How about you, Jason? Nothing? Or
Not yet.
Not
I am
that you've
still
been brought to
new.
your attention.
I'm still the new guy.
yeah, but with the starting off record of 9 first-place finishes, that's
I tell you what, I've heard.
You tell
because
me. Tell me now.
You got to think about the panel. The panel used to consist of very established beard guys, whiskerinas, very few mustache. So, if anyone has got an opening for me, I'm more than happy to fill in. I expect to do some in maybe a year or two. I'm a new guy, so hopefully next year.
Well, that's what I'm saying about trying to pick a trend out for 2017. I mean, definitely this could be the year of the mustache guy because, I mean, it definitely seems like there's a lot more guys that are getting involved in the mustache.
I feel like there are as well. I
Yeah.
mean, you got to figure the beard trend itself has died down, and people have had beards for 2 or 3 years and want to
Yeah.
change. They go to mustache. I've seen a lot of gnarly stashes growing in the past couple months.
Yeah. I mean, Eric, are you thinking about doing that?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not. You got to think about another thing now. I will stick to the mustache. I don't think I can pull a beard. I got light spots on the sides. It just does not grow in. So the mustache works for me. But you got to think about the diversity of things when you have a full mustache and a full beard and how much you can do with it.
Oh, let's rock
I
you
mean,
right there.
come on.
Yeah.
That's just there's so much more to work with. I always feel like the mustache guys will always be a little underneath and respectively so on the side.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, definitely with the full beard and the full mustache, you can do up to literally 6 different categories with
Yeah.
that. I mean, you're not just pigeonholed. You can one competition you can just do full beard, and next one you can do styled mustache, then you can do definitely freestyle in every imaginable fashion. So now, Eric, why do you choose not to have a full? Do you trim your mustache down?
I don't trim my mustache.
Oh,
It
just doesn't really
it
grow.
just does its own thing. It's not nearly as magnificent as Jason's or Jesse's, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I love the look of the full mustache, and it definitely does take a certain guy to pull it off, and both of you guys really wear it very well. Now, is there any other style with your mustache other than the curled ends? Like you were talking about the English style. Now, are there any other styles you've tried to do with your mustache?
Obviously, like I said, I mean, I've only been doing it for a year and a half, so
You haven't explored enough.
no. But I've also been able to grow a mean goatee ever since I was 13. So At some point, I might try to give you a run for your money, but until then, I'm going to stick with my mustache.
Hey, well, you'll definitely always give me a run for my money. Hey, take it easy. Hey, come here.
Hi,
Tell us who you are.
I'm Dougie White from. I'm the president of the Rock Creek chapter down there. Yep.
Okay, now why don't you tell us about what's going on in a couple weeks?
In a couple weeks, we're going to be having a charity event for the Beatitude House, which is a homeless shelter for women and children right out of Ashtabula. They've been active for 25 years, only for 5 years in Ashtabula. Now, if you bring anything on the list of things you can see on our page on Facebook, if you bring any of those items, you can get $3 games of bowling and free shoes. And everything that you bring for these ladies, they get to take with them when they go on the road to actually start building their lives. So it's a really great thing.
And I will put a link to all that stuff in the show notes. So if you're interested, you can look. I'll put links to the pages and everything so everyone can see, and links of the list of different items. So if you by some chance or happen to be in the area that weekend and want to attend the event and bring some different things that are on the list, feel free to look at that, and I'll post all the information I can about it. I'm planning on attending, so I'll take pictures. There'll be more information about it in the future, but I just wanted to let people know.
That's right up at Jefferson Lanes. It's about maybe 2 miles north of Jefferson on Route 46. We'd love to see everybody, so it's a good thing for good people that need it. So.
All right, well, thank you. Have a safe drive. All right, now there's another good reason for 2017. Take it easy, guys. Have a safe trip. But definitely with the clubs getting bigger around the country, there definitely is more charity work going.
Absolutely.
Now, for instance, as what we just saw right here, we added, the Beards of the Old Northwest added another chapter, the Rock Creek chapter. Was it this year? Earlier this year?
I think it was late last year.
Or late last year?
Yeah.
Now that's, we've added a whole nother group of guys that found us, and we set them up with their own chapter in a different part of Ohio that's not easily gotten to by a lot of us because either, just distance-wise, but, they're putting on their own event and doing their own charity and stuff. So that's, we're getting to a whole nother area of Ohio that we've never gotten to before, and we're helping a whole nother group of people that need help. So it's just another aspect of the expansion of bearding clubs and beards and mustaches and how they're really making an impact. So that was my point. I'm sorry, I didn't want to bore everyone with that. It looks like they want to punch me in the nuts now. Okay, one more topic. As I said to Eric, we're going to discuss their favorite boobs in a movie. He was all over that one.
He jumped on it.
I know, he was like, oh my God, I have a list on my phone, and he whipped his phone out, and he starts like scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. I'm like, geez, my God, how many names do you have on that list? But I'm kidding about that anyways. And we're not going to really talk about that, even though beards and boobs do go together. But all right, so I guess we can just end it on that. I just kind of wanted to touch base with a couple different guys with a couple different styles in the local scene and kind of get a feel for, what their goals and ambitions are for the year and what they're looking at and what, how about this one? Why do you grow? Let's start with Jesse. What got you into growing and why do you do it?
My son was born almost 4 years ago, 3.5. And the day he was born, I decided I wasn't going to shave for a year. That was my goal. As I learned to be a father, as I grew into that, I was going to grow a beard for a year. A year.
Yeah.
Which is also how I found the beard community. That's basically what started it. I grew that for 7 or 8 months before I had a job interview and had a trim, but didn't shave, and then I just kind of kept the beard from there and let it grow.
That's cool. All right, now Eric, what about you?
I worked in a movie theater for 10 years, and I was not able to grow a very long beard, even though I had always wanted to have one since I was younger. So then once I moved out to the Cleveland area, I just finally let it grow, and it'll be 5 years in June that I've had this beard.
Let it grow, let it grow. Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Creep. Karn guy. Jason, how about you? What inspired you?
I will be the complete downer.
Uh-oh.
I never had facial hair.
But you said you could grow a mean goatee, though.
I did. I grew a small goatee like it was weird. I was able to grow goatee at 13 years old, so I had one, 8th, 9th grade, but always kept it real nice and tight. Decided to try to grow a beard about 2 years ago, and that it was a little thin at sides, so I decided to shave that off. And thank goodness to good genes, I left the mustache and just kept on curling after that. So that's the story right there.
You are
in a
definitely
nutshell.
blessed with a thick upper lip.
Yeah.
Har har. No? Okay. All right, well, thank you guys very much for joining us, and I'm sure definitely we're going to be seeing all of you guys at all the competitions this year, and we'll definitely catch up some more, and I'll be having all of you guys back on again this year because I've been working on these extensive lists of show topics and ideas, and I think that everyone can give us some great insight on those things.
Awesome.
But I appreciate everyone for being here today, and I guess that's it. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's
you,
been
Scott.
a pleasure.
Peace out. And thank you, Jesse, Eric, and Jason, for sitting down with me and talking to me about all the things that you're looking forward to in the year 2017. It really definitely sounds like it's going to be a really fantastic year. And myself personally, I have a lot of really interesting, cool, and different things planned for the year, not only for the podcast, but in my personal life, which I'm sure you will hear all about, and you'll be talking to the people involved in all those different things. So keep staying tuned. Subscribe to the podcast. It's really easy. You can do it all right on my website. You can subscribe on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play Radio. They're all right there. So it's real easy to find that stuff. So, and once again, if you have any questions, feel free to email me at scott@thebeardcaster.com. I'd like to thank, going on, my second year with a lot of these companies that have been supporting me, such as Pulpo Beard Oils, Waffender Whisker Oil, Brutal Beards, and Groomed Gorilla, and newly added Black Beard Company. They've been wonderful supporters of the show. They help me out. They help promote me, and it's great, and I appreciate everything they do. So if you can and you want, there's links in the show notes to all this stuff, just along with everything else that we talked about in the episode, such as what the Beards of the Old Northwest Rock Creek, Ohio chapter are doing with the bowling charity for the Beatitude House Foundation. So there'll be a list of all the different things that they're looking for donation-wise in my show notes, and you can find out more information about their club and everything, once again, in all the show notes. So once again, check out thebeardcaster.com. Find me on all the social media platforms. And as I say at the end of every episode, the one thing I would love for you to do for me is to tell a couple friends about this. Try to get a couple friends to listen to this, introduce them, and help me grow my audience so I can get out to more people and help more people. That's my biggest thing, is helping more people and introducing more people into the bearded culture. So thank you again for listening. Check me out in a couple weeks with a new episode. And thank you for a wonderful 2016, and here comes a even better 2017. Thank you, everyone, and have a great day.